Okay, so here is a little update after a few days and I think like 30 hours of print time on this bad boy. You'll see she's taken apart mildly and she's missing something right here. We'll we'll talk about that here in a second. It's okay. It's a learning lesson, but we're going to talk about that here in a second. Okay, so let's not look at that guy. Well, because that's what we're going to talk about in a second. This dude here, man, this Ace Pro, um, when it works, it's fantastic. Like I love it, and you know the built-in dryer is a wonderful feature too, but it is incapacitated at the moment for the second time. Let me move all this stuff while I'm talking to you here. Um, so I strongly advise you not to use cheap filament in this. And by cheap, I mean like I've got this off-brand roll of I don't know, it doesn't even have a brand, right? Like it was probably a $14, $15 roll. I don't know. It's old, like it's 3 years old also. But it used to work great on that guy down there. That's the Creality CR10 Mini. And yeah, it used to work great on that. It was, well, I don't want to say great ever. I want to say it used to work on that. But in this, here's the problem. Your filament, mind the bare feet. It's whatever. I'm in my house. It's cold outside. I'm not going out today. Anyway, so your filament runs down through here. It goes below the internal workings of this plastic box, and then goes through and comes out the back here. Well, look really closely. That's a red tint to that PTFE tube because there's filament in it. But there's a break, you'll see, and there's filament trapped in the body of this box. This is the second time. There are instructions for how to disassemble the entire box, and you pull out this large tray, which is a pain. It's absolutely a pain to do, and it sucks that I have to do it a second time now. But I mean, it's like a handful, like maybe 8 or 10 little tiny screws to pull out. But yeah, that is, don't use cheap filament. Don't use brittle filament in this thing. This stuff, it's a silk silver. This one, this gray has given me problems too, so I'm probably going to remove it and not use it in here either. But it is from Nova, so that one has a brand. This Nova Gray, it's been trash for a lot of parts, but this is Hatchbox. The Hatchbox Black. I've not had any issues with it running it through this, and neither have I with the with this silver. And this silver, I don't even think this is like anything. I'll show you if that helps at all. But there, it's an unbranded tube, but maybe it's because it's a silk filament. I don't know. But I've not had any issues with it running through this. So what I do recommend, if you insist on using the cheap brittle filament like what I've got laying around from 3 years ago, use this. Keep your standalone PTFE tube attached to where you can just run it up underneath, and then see, right now that's what I've been printing on until the other topic I'm about to touch on. So it's attached, and I just remove one of the other four and let him dangle, so that all tubes are always available to me. Just a quick hot swap if I want to go to the Ace Pro, or if I want to print from my single filament spool back here. Okay, now the pain in my butt. I hate showing you this. You see something missing there? The extruder tip is snapped off. Now, before I continue, it's only a $15 replacement. The point is, I shouldn't have to replace the entire freaking hot end to replace the extruder. Like the extruder nozzle itself, it's a 0.4, right? So my Creality, I used to use, you see all the extruder tips? Like I've got them from 1.0 orifice to 0.1, right? So massive range. And I mean, I've got this stack of bags of extruder tips that are exactly that. Like there's a 0.2 and 0.6 and whatever. These don't work at all in this Kobra 3, this Anycubic Kobra 3. So I saw another YouTube video after this happened, because to me, like my historical experience has been that, oh, I guess that's redundant. My experience has been that you just get out the little stupid wrench they send with this. I mean, they literally send that wrench, right? So you apply it to the extruder nozzle that would have been there and twist it out and replace it. But no, it's not the case. It's number one, it's a long nozzle that threads apparently all the way down in here, according to that other guy's video. And I don't remember who it was. It's just something I watched randomly after I snapped this dude off. But the trick is, if you do want to go that dirty route, heat up the hot end first, let the metal expand, and then the extruder nozzle will come out. The problem he found was in the other video is that what replacement options are out there, they are not, they don't extend the same distance off of this bottom piece here. So my advice, maybe it sucks, I don't know, but spend the $15 if you want to get the 0.6 nozzle or the 0.8. I think I saw 0.4, 0.6, and 0.8. So they don't have a lot of options. Like they don't have the, I know they don't have the 0.1 like what I've got for the old, they don't have the, sorry, my son just popped in and distracted me. He needs something, so I'll wrap this up. But anyway, so they don't have the fine detail nozzle from what I've seen. Like they don't have a 0.1, not that, I don't think I've ever printed in a 0.1, but it's nice to know that I have the options. And so with this, I've learned that I am severely limited in the extruder nozzle itself. So just know that they send you that needle in case you need to clean it out or anything. They send it, use that instead of trying to pull it off and replace it. Anyway, that's it. So it's on order. Learned my lesson, and I'm hoping that you learn a lesson from my stupid mistake. It happens, life goes on. C'est la vie, folks. But yeah, it's easy to get out. Like this little dude here just kind of, he clips back there. You just kind of stick your finger in there and push to the right, and out it comes. Sorry, I'm trying to do this with my phone in my hand, but yeah, that's it. And that's all that holds it on. The whole nozzle setup just slides right out and ready to be replaced. Good luck with yours. Hope you enjoy it, and I hope that I help you avoid some of the headaches that I've experienced in my 30 hours of printing. Later.